Carbon fiber chassis rails for the Axial 10-2. Take a look. Okay, let's start with the weight. We're going to go ahead and start with some grams here. Put the truck on, complete with body clips, and battery goes on. Let's see, we are at 1,772 grams, 62.5 ounces, 3 pounds, 14.5 ounces. That's what we're starting with. Let's see how low we can get it. Just for the heck of it, the body is actually 4.3 ounces. So, pretty light body. Since I have to take everything apart, I'm going to go ahead and pull the motor ESC receiver. And I may end up shopping for a lightweight servo, of all things. But anyway, time to get to work. Let's weigh the stock chassis. 134 grams, 4.7 ounces. All right, now we're going to check the new one. 2 ounces. This is the carbon right here. 57 grams. So that's definitely lighter. Although I'm pretty sure the carbon chassis will flex in and actually meet the difference. The difference I'm getting here is this actually used to slide into the C channel on the stock chassis. Here, it's got to pull in quite a bit. And, you know, I don't really think I like that. So I think I'm going to get a little bit deeper into this and actually trim the sides of the belly a little bit. This may cost me the belly completely, but I'm going to give that a try. Okay, for this part, I'm basically going to be cutting these off. This entire side here and this entire side here. So the links are going to be right up against the chassis. So, yeah. At worst comes to worst, I'll have to buy a new belly if I mess this up. Oh yeah, I'm also going to leave as much of this here as possible, so those screws have a little bit of something to bite into. Okay, so the Dremel work is done. Now it's time to clean this mess up and hopefully it still works. Here it is dressed up. Actually looks fairly good. Dremel, X-Acto knife, and a file. I kind of filed some of the edges just a little bit, just for less hang-ups. And originally it was 0.7 ounces, it's 0.6. So I've lost 0.1 ounce. Oh, I thought about cutting those out, but nah. I'm pretty sure trimming the belly is going to work. The chassis pieces fit in here a lot better than what they did. The front still has a little bit of a gap to it, but I think I'm just not quite square on my cut. You can see this one's kind of got a little bit of a lean out to it just a little bit. So it should pull up pretty good. So the new carbon chassis doesn't have all the holes as a stock one does. And as you can see by the little imprint right there, I was using the holes that aren't there. I've already drilled this side. Now I'm going to drill this side. And I'm using this as a template. Putting some bolts in the existing holes and just drilling through the new holes. Or the old holes that are now going to be new into the new chassis. Okay, let's weigh this thing in here. You can see, oh, come on, really? Okay, let's weigh this thing in. You can see it is zeroed out. Let's throw the chassis on. And it does have the battery and the body clips. 1,568 grams. 55.3 ounces. 3 pounds, 7.3 ounces. Take that back to grams. Now let's throw the body on it. 1,691 grams. 59.6 ounces. 3 pounds, 11.6 ounces. Even further, under 4 pounds. Just get a good look at the carbon chassis that's on it. So the carbon chassis went together pretty darn good. I used some of the screws that it came with. Used some original screws. Changed the lengths of some screws because the carbon chassis, being 4 millimeters thick, is thicker than the parts of the frame that they used to go through. So I had to make up for that. So Yeah, oh, these are Tamiya CC01 springs. These are the rear off the CC01 and the fronts are on the front. That allows me to get it really down. Very little, you know, it's down good and tight. Kind of like I like it, you know? So, I mean, I could cut all those wires, solder them back, and, you know, really tighten it up there. But, you know, sometimes I have a tendency to change electronics out, right? And that's probably going to happen with this one, is I'm going to be looking for lighter electronics. Lighter servo, ESC, and motor. If you guys have any suggestions, post them up in the comment section below. I'm always open to suggestions, especially lighter right here, because as they're actually pretty heavy items for the overall truck itself. As far as the bottom of it, with the links going up against the chassis and the cut on the belly, that actually worked out really good. I'm actually surprised at how well that worked. So, yep, I'm happy with that. One more thing with the carbon fiber chassis, it adjusts your shock mounts and your body mounts a little bit. So you go into there, give it a little bit of a push, and you can make it go. They don't exactly line up like they used to because of the extra width of the carbon chassis. Not a big deal, however, it may be something for you to consider if you're looking at putting this chassis on your truck with a current body. Less than 3 ounces was the result. Was it like 2.8 ounces or something like that? I don't know that I'll notice a difference. However, let's go take it outside and see what it's got. Let's go ahead and try this. Now, it did rain recently, so I may be losing some traction because of that. And once you get over there in the hole like that, the only way out is to turn it to the right and go like that. Well, that was interesting. Normally I'm out here when it's dry, but I'm kind of out here now. There we go. Ow. Certainly looks a lot better right here. I think the wet rocks are kind of hurting me on traction. Trying to get that front end up, over, and pull the back end. Yeah, this isn't a problem anymore, but actually completing the climb is. See if I can get all the way to the left. Nope. There we go, just had to give it some throttle, I guess, correctly. see. Did not work out, right? So I can try it again. Ouch. Although the rocks were a bit wet, it really felt more stable. When it was side hilding, it went further before actually falling over than what it did before. So, you know, heck, for less than $17 shipped, I think the chassis is actually a pretty good buy. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and there's links in the description for just about everything on this poor little truck right here. Guys, thank you all for watching.